painting, we can use texture to make our artwork look more interesting. Texture can either be implied. For example, we could use techniques like stippling or blending to show texture, or texture can be actual when we can add in some thickening agents into our paint. Today we'll be doing some implied texture on this Valentine's Day locket. To paint our Valentine hearts, we'll need titanium white, cadmium red, medium yellow, raw umber, and ivory black. We'll start by sketching out the heart shapes using our diluted raw umber on our toned paper. If you would like to make some toned paper of your own, there will be a link below in the description box to a video on that topic. Usually I sketch quite roughly before I start painting, but I always have trouble with love hearts. I find that they're quite a tricky shape to get correct. So I've taken my time with these ones, a little bit longer than I would normally spend. To make it easier and probably more efficient energy-wise, you could just trace some love hearts on. We're going to mix together some raw umber with a little yellow and a little white, and then we're going to block in the heart shapes of the locket. I left a little gap on the inside of each locket for the lighter parts to go in. For the light tones, we've taken some yellow, a little bit of raw umber and some white, but this time with more yellow and more white in the mix. Now that we have our mid-tones and our light tones, we're going to add some dark tones in. That's just using raw umber. Because the paint is wet, the raw umber will blend with the colors already on the paper, so there's no need to dilute it. While we're waiting for that to dry a little bit, we can work on our background. And in this case, I just chose a cadmium red for the background because it is Valentine's Day. We're going to add some black, some ivory black, into our raw umber, and choosing one side of the love heart, I've chosen the left-hand side. We're going to make the darkest areas and the shadows. For the shadows, we're going to use a soft dry brush. We're going to put it a little amount of that darkest dark and just rub it gently into the still wet background. Mix together some white and some yellow to add some light details to the inside of the locket, and here and there around the locket to make the appearance of where the light would catch. We're going to take some raw umber and just lightly mark in where we want the chain of our locket to be. We're just about finished. It's just time to put on the highlights to make our locket really come to life. We're going to mix a little bit of cad yellow into our white to make the color for the highlights. You have to imagine where you think the light would hit your locket and put your highlights in those places. Some of our darkest areas may have got lost in the painting, so we're just going to mix up some raw umber with a little bit of black again and just touch up those dark areas one more time. We're painting a gold object and gold is reflective, so we want to reflect some of the red background in our love heart locket. So we need to just put a little bit of red here and there just to show the reflection. And here's our beautiful finished love heart lockets just in time for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching and for following along this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video.